All right, I just plugged this in. I will turn this on right now. Let me put it back. I'm going to hold it in the neutral position. Without the cover plate on there, this isn't staying in the neutral position. I'm going to hold it in the neutral position. See what happens. Right now, nothing's happening. All right, so I plugged this in and turned it on and nothing happened. Now the reason why nothing happened is that I didn't know it, but when this thing had been suspended basically by its own wires or the weight of it, it actually pulled one of the wires out of the harness. So the white wire came out. I'm going to have to go ahead and put this back in place. Once it's in and nice and secure, we'll clean the wires off, put it in there, make sure it's secure, then I'll plug it back in and try to turn it on. So again, if nothing else, it teaches me what I should have done is help support this so it's not holding its weight by the connections. Okay, so what I did, I went ahead and reconnected the white wire, put the clip back on. I had to put another clip on there because the old one ended up breaking. Had to support this. Of course, I've got my typical scuba tank sitting here just for something to do, but it's using it to support the weight. That way, when I've got it plugged in, I have power to it. What I want to be able to do is turn this on, see if this is going to work as it should before I close it all up, add the oils. So, I'm put this in the neutral position. Right now it should be nothing. I'm just going to dial it a little bit just so I can see if it's going to move. Moving there. Put it back in the neutral. Nice and slow. Crank it up a little bit so it's a little bit more obvious. Back to the neutral. Turn it off. I don't want to go ahead, I don't want to operate it too much without the lubricants inside there. All right. Put this cover back on, tighten these screws up. One thing I want to do before I put this plate back on, turn it back on, make sure it's working. There we go. And one thing I'm going to have to do once I have this fully together, I'm going to have to adjust this stop bar. That was also one of the problems I had that may have led to that part breaking. These stops were not adjusted properly. I didn't realize that, and of course, until the carriage or the table moved all the way over. So there's the procedures online. You can see the stops are where the stops are supposed to be. That will engage and disengage the lever to help protect it. Again, feel free to make any comments. Hopefully constructive. If nothing else, maybe someone else can learn. I've learned quite a bit from watching Tubal Cain's videos, plus a couple other ones that they have. So please make sure, watch videos. If you haven't seen something, or a video on something that you're doing or trying to do, make one. That's what I decided to do. Please ignore my dog in the background. There's some deer out here. So, at least this, right now I've got a different camera, so it's not making that static noise. Make sure this is nice and tight. I'm going to fill it full of oil. Right there to the sight line.